Well, hello. And apologies for my tardiness. I've been having some minor technical issues that I don't want to get into, but suffice to say, it's been a bit of a struggle for me. I just, sort of adjusting things here on the go I have a new computer, so yeah, it's complex and complicated. And for some reason, things just were not cooperating for me the way I wanted them to. But it looks like things are sort of functioning now. So I will go with that. I don't know. I have a channel on my computer that just doesn't seem to want to go. It's very complex, convoluted, complicated, and I don't know what's happening. But I hope that we are able to make a few people happy this evening. And just trying to fix something here. It's funny how things don't always work out the way you want them to. I don't know quite what's going on with my computer, so I will do my best to try and bring you some entertainment. For some reason, I seem to be stuck on something that's not working, so I don't know what's going on. The chat doesn't seem to want to work either, so I'll just kill that. There we go. So apologies that I was tardy, and I am sorry that I'm having technical issues, but new comp. Let's try that again. 1 second. New computer, and as a result, things are a little bit complicated. So apologies. It's taken me a few days to try and get the bugs ironed out, and last night I had no audio whatsoever. So I don't know how I could possibly have pulled off an ASMR show when there's no sound. Yeah, complexities of life, right? So, for some reason, the chat window is not showing on my screen, and my teleprompter, which I literally just use so that I can look at the screen and see you beautiful people. I look at you people in the eyes, what it's the purpose of it, because I don't have a script. And for some reason, it's decided to not work. So that's fine. It's just a frustration, when you put some time and effort into making things work and they don't. It can be a little troublesome. But enough of that. So I mentioned yesterday how I had a moment of exasperated anxiousness, and I don't know how else to put it, like a pretty extreme anxiety attack out of nowhere in the middle of a meeting. And it really threw me for a loop because it's the first time that's happened in a few years in the workplace. And I don't know, well, I don't know what brought it about. I think it might have been just exhaustion, because that's usually what brings it out in me. But in this case, I think, hey Stephen, hey Dan, hey soft boy. So it's hard to see here because I have to look at a different monitor to try and read what you're typing out here because my chat's not showing. But I think what may have caused the anxiety attack was a combination of exhaustion, for sure. That's definitely a massive part of it, along with the fact that I I didn't. I haven't had that happen to me in the workplace in years. So when it did, it kind of really threw me for a loop. I was like, what is going on here? Why am I all of a sudden um, feeling this way? And as a result, it really did mess me up. And now I have something else here that's not working correctly. Oh boy. There we go. And it's still not working. Okay. Yeah, good to know. Oh, there we go. Technology seems to be functioning now. If I can bring the chat up. Bring the chat up. Come on, bring the chat up. Yeah, it's not working. Where is it? There we are. Now I can see it. Oh boy. This adds to the anxiety when you're trying to do something for others and you're failing miserably and you're doing it live online for all the world to see. I try not to let it get to me. For the most part, it doesn't, but it is a little bit troublesome because I really do want to give you the best quality product I can. And you know, the ultimate goal here is to make sure that you're both entertained and if I can provide a little bit of education, that's wonderful. If I can give you some tools that will help you deal with any sort of anxiety or stress or depression or whatever have you, that is my goal, is to be able to help you. Oh, hey, Mikhail. Okay, so it's changed your account. Okay, no problem, brother. I wasn't quite sure who Softboy was, so I was a little puzzled there for a moment. That's all good. So yes, I had a bit of an anxiety attack. Now, of course, no one in the workplace is aware of this at all because I've been masking it for so long. You would never know. But it was weird. It was a very surreal moment for me where I had a sense of self-doubt, a sense of worthlessness, a sense of they don't need me, they're just going to fire my butt. And I mean, none of that is even close to being anywhere near reality. Not saying that, you know, I'm disposable or replaceable because everybody in every workplace certainly is. That's just how life is. And 99.9% of the time, I'm not fazed by that whatsoever. But yesterday, for some reason, I just, out of the blue, got whammied with it. And then today, I had a successful work day. I achieved a few of the goals that I set out to achieve today, fixed a couple of problems, helped a few people out, arranged a few different things for next week, went through a dry run of a show that'll be taking place later in the week, and things were quite successful at work today. And I was happy about that. Made up for yesterday's anxious moment. That kind of ruined my work day for the most part. And I had a moment earlier this evening. I was sitting here reading some stuff and something somebody had said that had nothing to directly do with me. I know I'm being vague here, but there's a reason for it. And what happened? It just something somebody wrote online. I was literally not part of it. It was not directly involving me in any way, shape, or form whatsoever. But I suddenly felt lesser than. And then, of course, that's when the negative voices, you know, when you get that little twinge of it. And of course, I'm exhausted today because I've been up since 3 a.m. Not intentionally. I just woke up very early, and I unfortunately was not able to get back to sleep. And as a result, I'm just completely burnt. So I am just trying to fix something here, and things are not working for me. Oh boy. Yeah, frustrating. So throughout the day, I was okay, and then, like I said, I read something that somebody wrote, and it was a triggering moment for me, which was I realized, in the heat of the moment, if you will, it was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, this is terrible. I'm I'm worthless. I'm disposable. I'm nothing. And these are the thoughts that invade your mind when you were going through something like that. But after a few minutes, I was able to come to the realization that, hang on a second here, hang on a second, Paul. You're physically and emotionally exhausted because you've had very little sleep. You had a long day, and you've been reading too many things that are affecting your mood. So why don't we just put the device away, have a hot chocolate, which I'm having because it's a cold winter's evening, and I don't drink coffee past 12 noon unless I have to work late. And I started to watch the Ottawa Senators game, and they are winning, and it's a good game. They're about to start the third period. They're probably in it right now. It's not a big deal if I don't see the end of it. I can watch it later. I would much prefer to be here for you fine folks, you beautiful people, you wonderful, beautiful people. And yeah, I was able to just sort of put everything at bay, dismiss it, just make it go away, if you will, in the temporary sense, because I know that whatever the cause of this is something I will have to deal with later. But at the moment, at this present moment in time, it's like, let's just put that on the shelf. Let's go talk to these beautiful people and see if you can provide them with some sense of comfort and calm. And perhaps, while talking about it with these folks, maybe you'll help to figure out what it was that triggered you and why you felt that way. I feel very much that this is as therapeutic for me as it may be for some of you beautiful people who take part in this, because it gives me a chance to talk about what I'm going through. And I know that by sharing what I'm going through, it oftentimes does help other people. And I only know this through experience of group therapy, along with people reaching out to me and saying, you really helped me the other night just by talking about what you were going through. It made me feel less alone, because when you're going through it, you feel all alone. And it's nice to know that there's somebody else out there who understands what you're feeling and what you're going through. So, yeah, it's kind of where I am right now. A couple of complex, convoluted days. And I hope this hot chocolate and the melatonin I'm going to take, because I need to get a good night's sleep, as I have a very busy day tomorrow and the following day. And then a weekend ahead that's going to be quite busy as well. So I need to get as much rest as possible. And I'm hoping I can. I do have to record a jazz show, and I'm hoping I can get that done tomorrow evening. Tonight it was out of the question. Tomorrow, I think I'll have the time to do that. If you like the jazz, that is. I love jazz. It brings me a sense of peace and calm. Oh boy, that is really good hot chocolate. I only really drink it in the winter, and only on the colder days. Today's a cold, damp day in Canada's capital. I think it was about minus 17 at the coldest point, but with the humidity around 85%, it's you feel it in your bones. Now, I wear a big sheepskin coat, so quite honestly, I don't feel anything under that coat. But the legs get cold because I didn't wear snow pants or long johns. And I really should have probably put some snow pants on today, because it was a chilly walk to work. I've no doubt tomorrow will be the same. And I think I will. I will be wearing the snow pants tomorrow. All depends on the temperature, of course. Oh, that is so good. So, here I sit, contemplating, trying to figure out if any of those random bizarre, troublesome thoughts had any basis in reality. And one or two may have. The weird part is that the worst parts of those thoughts get incredibly amplified by the brain. It's the anxiety lying to you and telling you that you're worthless and terrible, and it finds problems where they don't exist. And quite frankly, I think I'd say about 98% of the half a dozen or so random thoughts I had that kind of set me off, if you will, were just silly, unnecessary, not of any substance, not of anything that actually will impact my life in any fashion, either positively or negatively. I think they were just really random occurrences that completely mean nothing in the grand scheme of things. How do I talk myself down from a panic attack, Pam? Well, first thing is to realize you're going through it. And sometimes it's difficult. You need to fully grasp what's happening to you. And if you've had it enough times and you've lived with it long enough, you can recognize when, okay, this is what's happening to me. So you cannot first rationally work your way through it. You simply cannot, because your mind is reeling. It's racing at 100 miles an hour, 160 kilometers an hour. And what happens then is you need to try and put the brakes on if you can, the emotional brakes, and say to yourself, okay, hang on a sec, I know what's going on here. Okay, this is just a negative thing that's in my head that's literally telling me bad things. So let's just stop and let's do a couple of different things. One of the things that works well, I've been told that it works incredibly well for a lot of people. For myself, it's effective, but it's not a cure-all for myself personally, but is to make fists and then start at the fists, flex and hold them for 10 seconds, and then flex your forearms, your biceps, your triceps, go into like almost a pose down sort of flex thing. Hold it for 10 to 15 seconds and then release. And then let the feeling of relaxation and numbness flow over you. The next thing I suggest, and the thing that works best for me personally, is deep breathing exercises. So you have to concentrate on a few things like, okay, wait a minute, I have tension right here. Okay, so just relax the temples, relax the eyes, relax the face muscles. Let your face droop. Now take some breaths. The deep breathing exercises work incredibly well, and they've been proven to be chemically effective. Breathe in. So take a deep breath in. We'll do it together. So in through the mouth, out through the nose. 5 in that manner, and then reverse it. And then if you need to do 5 more, in through the nose, out through the nose. Deep breath, hold for 5 seconds, and then slowly exhale. You're going to release GABA, which is a chemical in your brain, and the way it was best described to me, in the most simplistic of terms, by a doctor who was a specialist in the field, says, effectively GABA is sitting here, and it's like a little squirt gun, if you can imagine. And what it does is when you take the deep breathing exercises, it just goes squirt, squirt, squirt. Squirts the GABA into your brain, circulates the fluid, and brings a sense of calm over you. I can't argue with science because it's been proven to work. GABA is GABA, and it's gabaldalbutrin, blah, blah. I cannot tell you what it means. I'm not a scientist. But You can look it up. It is available. There's a lot of research papers. You can find information about it on Wikipedia, however you like to call it, amongst medical journals, which you can find online. Don't go to WebMD. Everybody I've ever known who's gone to WebMD has input their, and I'm being somewhat comedic here, input their circumstances, their symptoms, and it's, oh, it's cancer. It's always cancer. It's not the case, but more often than not, it points you to something that isn't really there. So, by all means, search out GABA, GABA, on the Wikipedia. There's a really good article about it, and there are other articles you can read about it online that will tell you what it does. It is a chemical that we all have in our brain, but it's kind of stored, and when you do the deep breathing exercises, it releases. So try it with me right now. You guys want to try this? Let's do this. Let's try some deep breathing exercises, okay? So what we're going to do, if you're willing to play along, if you're feeling a little bit tense, so the first thing we're going to do is to check and see, because I carry a lot of tension here in my face, my cheeks, around my temples, back of my ears, because I wear glasses. So the first thing we're going to do is try and feel the tension and help the tension to relieve by just relaxing every part of your face, relaxing your temples, relaxing your jaw, slowly breathing. Okay, now that we've done that, we've established, okay, there was some tension there. Now, we're going to take a very slow, deep breath. We're going to draw in through the mouth. We're going to hold it for 5 to 7 seconds, and then slowly exhale through the nose. You ready? Okay, here we go. Breathe in. Oh my goodness, one deep breath like that really makes a difference. Let's do it again. I might only need 2, honestly. Concentrate on relaxing all your facial muscles, because that's where the breath first gets drawn in. Once you've done that, on the second breath, so our face is relaxed, our cheeks are relaxed, the tension around our temples has been released. Let your shoulders just go down. Let the tension come out of your shoulders. Think relaxing thoughts. And let's take another deep breath together. Are you ready? Here we go. Oh, I feel better already. I'm not joking. I'm dead serious. Let's do one more, but this time, after we've concentrated on relaxing our face around our temples, loosen up the jaw, your face go numb, you've loosened your shoulders, your neck muscles. Shake your arms out a little bit if you need to, okay? And we're going to do it one more time. And then after I sign off, I'm hoping that you can do it 2 more times, and each time you're going to concentrate on relaxing another part of your body. Maybe your stomach, maybe your legs, wherever you feel the tension. Think about releasing that tension, and then do this. We're going to breathe in, one big, very deep breath. you should start to feel a sense of calm and well-being. Now, you don't want to hyperventilate. It's not what we're trying to do. We're just taking deep breaths. We hold them, and then we slowly release them. And I guarantee you, you will feel calm. Science has proven that this works, and experience has taught me that it works very, very well. So, I hope I've been of some service to you this evening. I hope that you feel better now than when we first met this evening. And I apologize for last night that I couldn't do a show because of technology, and I still have some technical glitches I need to work out, and I will, I promise you. And I know that I keep promising some additional content, and it's not that I haven't wanted to. It's just when you work 70 hours a week, it's pretty tough to, and you have a relationship, I have a beautiful partner who I adore, and I appreciate every second I get to spend with her. So I will try and create some more content for you tomorrow. It won't be live. I'll just create some content and release it. And if you like the jazz show, I should have a new jazz show posted as well tomorrow. So, until we meet again, my friends, I thank you all for coming this evening. I hope that I've been of some sort of service to you. I hope I've been able to help bring you some peace, some calm. There's snow plows outside my window. I hope you've been able to breathe deeply with me this evening and feel a little bit more relaxed. All right. You take care. And we will meet again very soon. I promise you. Take care.